Welcome back to the Gift Guide podcast. I'm Gianna, and today I'm here with Kristin Gorin, co-owner of Get Organized RVA. Thank you so much for joining me in studio today, Kristin.
Hi, Gianna. Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
We are so excited to talk about organizational tips and organizational gifting. So here at the Gift Guide podcast, we are always focusing on how to give more meaningful, thoughtful gifts to people. And today we're thinking about the families, the homeowners who are moving during the holidays. So what is so meaningful about the gift of organization?
So, first of all, the holidays are an incredibly stressful, busy time. So, if you add on top of that moving, it becomes an even more problematic to schedule calendars and all of that with families. And when you give the gift of organization, you're giving the gift of peace of mind, you're giving the gift of calm. You're really able to help families get through major transitions while also being present for the holidays.
So if you know a family that is moving, what are some gift ideas that can help them organize without adding extra pressure to that move and that big life transition?
So, for a lot of people, we obviously recommend that they do a big declutter before a move. So, a session with a professional organizer is something that can help them make meaningful decisions about their clutter. If they want to do it on their own, we would ask them to, before they even buy any bin or container, that they walk through areas in their home that are particularly jam packed. This might mean closets, garages, toy rooms, all of those spaces that are just easy to accumulate things over a long period of time. So we ask them to go through these belongings either by themselves, with a friend, or with a professional organizer. After that, they can start to make meaningful decisions about products, bins, containers, labels, things like that, that they can bring into the home. And we want them to be able to bring them into their next home. So buying things that have some flexibility for two spaces is a good idea.
Do you have any recommendations for the types of products that could be gifted, or do you even suggest like a gift card to somewhere like the Container Store that could be helpful?
There's lots of places. Obviously, we shop a lot in different places like Target, Amazon, Walmart, the Container Store. We shop all over. So, I mean, a gift card is a great gift for people. Also, if there's a specific area of the home that is in particular in need of organization, for example, your garage, and you're going to be moving, systems you might implement there may not transition well to your next home because it's into the studs, but it's something that you could offer to the next owners as the system is already in place, things like that. So types of things like DIY, things like that, that either can move with you, whether it's a shelf, something like that from Lowe's or Target or Walmart, or something that's into the studs. It's not going to be an investment that's wasted if you're moving.
And so for those families that are shifting into a new home, what can they do to almost jumpstart their organization now that they have kind of a clean slate in this new place?
So when they're unpacking, hopefully they've done that edit beforehand. But when they're unpacking, we wouldn't recommend that they're going to open all 58 boxes, that they're going to start small and that they're going to have, hopefully their movers have labeled everything or they have labeled everything, and they're going to open just pantry and they're going to start there. They're not going to be pulling out everything from the kitchen because that can be very overwhelming. So we're going to recommend that they just start with one category at a time, finish that, and then move on to the next category. And of course, before going to buy bins and containers that you have these wonderful gift cards from friends and family, that you do measure your space and that you do take an inventory of the quantity that you have. That way, when you go to buy them, that it's a meaningful purchase and you don't have too few or too many.
Such a great suggestion. And so during the holidays, you have all of your Christmas stuff out. Do you have any tips for the best way to keep your holiday items in an organized way and kind of keeping it out of the way for the 11 months of the year that you may not be using it?
So do you mean like home decor and things like that?
Yes.
So most people, we recommend that they have an area of their home where they store all of their holiday decor. Many people store in the garages, they store in the attic. Sometimes it's in different places throughout the house. So we highly recommend one, it's in one area of the home. Two, we highly recommend labels. So if you decide one year, you know what, my mom is sick this year, or things are just crazy, but you want your favorite decor out, you go upstairs in your attic and I'm looking for this specific holiday decoration or that specific one, and you know right where to look for it. We also recommend storing holiday decorations in plastic totes with latch handles. You wouldn't believe the amount of times we come across holiday decor that's been broken because it's in cardboard boxes for sometimes decades, and then people lose very meaningful, very sentimental decoration items that they wish they would have had. So store it properly, label it, and keep it all in one place. And the other tip I will add with that is once you've decorated for the year and you've decided, you know what, I don't want to put up all of these things, you can consider gifting or donating the decorations you no longer want to a charity or even a nursing home or a school. They may be able to use those items if you're just going to, again, store them for another 11 months and not use them at all.
Wow, donating is such a great idea because one, you're decluttering, and two,
Absolutely.
you're giving the gift of holiday cheer to other people who may not be able to afford that full priced, Christmas tree or something or other that is
Exactly.
festive.
Yeah, we're calling it giving it new life to the item.
Oh, I love that so much. So, as an organizer, do you have any favorite gifts that you've received over the years
That is
to
a
help
great
organize your home?
question. I've received. I don't know that people have given me organizational gifts. Can I tell you one we did for a client?
Yes.
Okay, so we really try to get to know our clients, and we had a client that she loved giving out greeting cards. She had them for every occasion you can imagine, and they were in 7 different places in her office. And as we were going through her office, categorizing and sorting, we just kept finding cards everywhere. And we happened to ask them or ask her about it. And we said, "You have so many." And she said, "Oh, that's something I love doing." So, what we made for her was a card sorter where she could have each holiday labeled with the holiday that it is. So when she went to go give someone, I think she had St. Patrick's Day cards and Valentine's Day, every holiday you can think of, it was just organized for her. And it did not cost hardly anything because we just used card stock in between these cards. And I'll never forget, she said, "I feel seen," was what she said when we gave that to her. And it was part of the organizational process, but it also was a gift to her as our client.
That is so wonderful. I love that gift idea.
Yeah,
Just
it's a great DIY gift for your listeners of, you don't have a lot of money, but it's a very thoughtful gift. You can either, if you have beautiful handwriting, write the categories yourself, or if you have a label maker, you can of course print the titles of the topics.
I wonder if a label maker could be a really good idea to gift someone
I,
too.
I think that's a wonderful gift because actually a lot of our clients, when we leave, because we use a label maker at all of our clients' homes, they often ask us, "Where did you get that label maker? And can you send us the link?" So that's a great sort of non-judgmental way of giving somebody the gift of organization, is to gift them a label maker.
That is so beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Kristen.
Thank you for
Is
having me.
there anything else that you want to leave our listeners with before we end this interview?
So often we talk about the psychological benefits of decluttering and organizing. And I would just want your listeners to know that there's a lot of shame in clutter. And sometimes it's hard to admit that you do need help organizing your life. But taking that first step of reaching out, just saying, "I need help," we're no judgment. Most people, if they need help with something, they're not going to be judged for it in any capacity. So reach out, take that first step, whether it's Googling tips or hiring someone or asking a friend to help you, whatever it is that's meaningful to you, just take that first step because it does lead to a lot of peace and calm in your life once things are organized.
That's so wonderful. Well, thank you again for joining us, Kristen.
Thank you.